here with Sam Austrin-Miner from Attentive Consulting. Sam is the first presenter out of our 10 sessions of the Switched on Armidale series, and Sam has delivered a couple of workshops today on the guide, the A to Z of business technology, and we're just here to ask him a few questions. Sam, what is the relevance of NBN to business?
The relevance of NBN to business can't be overstated. You look at the performance in the nation of the internet at the moment, it's an average of 3.4 megabits per second, and NBN's coming along and it's giving us 100 megabits per second download, but more importantly it's giving us up to 40 megabits per second upload. What does that all mean? Well, what it means is Australia can now jump ahead in its online space for business, and that means a whole load of different things for different types of businesses. It means that small businesses can move to the cloud more easily. It means that they can transact large data online. It means that data centres can be built around the country where previously we had them in the big metropolitical capitals, now they could be in regional rural Australia. It means that businesses could advance their reach in the market globally, where before they were running on small ADSL lines, not able to do that. So it's a really, really significant investment. And business will really lap it up and use it for the benefit of their own growth, for new jobs and so on. It's remarkable. Some organisations, just say, some organisations are describing the digital economy that arises out of things like the NBN as a new economic unit. That's to say, a new line of business that can come into our economy. And in some countries like the UK, that's up to 9% of the GDP. It's massive.
Fantastic. So you mentioned cloud. What are the main benefits for business of moving to the cloud?
Look, the benefits are numerous. I guess the principal benefit will be around cost savings of not investing in architecture and hardware locally on premise, but simply having that built for them, ready-made as it were, in the cloud for a fraction of the cost, and being able to kind of put your data up there, not needing to back up, not needing to have, frankly, so many IT people looking after your own IT estate because it's managed in the cloud.
And if you lose a computer or if it breaks, you can just start up somewhere else.
Exactly. I mean, that's what we do. We're a company ourselves that work in the cloud, and if we lose a computer or it breaks, as you say, we simply get another one, connect it to the cloud, and the data downloads in minutes, and off we go again. I mean, that's just unheard of elsewhere. But also moving software applications into the cloud is an important step, as well as the physical infrastructure, because it allows certain types of organisations that perhaps have their own IT that has its own databases and its own interaction with their clients locally, to simply put that up online and allow anyone to get access to it.
In the workshops this morning, people always worry about security. Can you just touch on that with cloud? Yeah,
there's this great sort of fear. It's a bit of it's unfounded fear. I mean, the infrastructure generally can be hacked. I mean, across the world, that's normal. Of course, we try and prevent that from happening. But the fact that it's in the cloud is no more risky than having it locally if you're connected to the internet. And my advice is, have a look at the type of organisation you're working with in the cloud. Have a look at the kind of investment they've made in firewalls and securities, which will far outstrip most organisations' abilities to do the same, and move to the cloud. It's not really insecure. All of our operations run in the cloud. It's as secure as it would be anywhere else.
Yeah, fantastic. And how does the internet help social inclusion?
Yeah, look, this is often a point that's missed out in the digital economy. Whilst we focus perhaps heartily on business and new economies that can be grown out of business, it's important to know that socially online, community groups can interact in a new and more meaningful way where they perhaps couldn't elsewhere. And I'm not thinking of just things like Facebook that a lot of people are involved, and that's important too. But there are other amazing things that are coming out. For example, there are test cases in places like, I think it's Stafford in the UK, where the council has actually coordinated programs for people to get free internet and free computers, to train them and to get them through digital literacy issues where they actually have drug problems and housing problems, and you've seen people actually become connected to the internet reform themselves, as it were, and get jobs and actually interact in normal life. And that's very powerful.
Yeah. And just last question, Sam. As we are in Armidale here, have you got a message for the businesses here in Armidale?
Oh, yes, I have. Yeah, absolutely. Look, Armidale is the first mainland city in Australia to get the national broadband network. And so, in one sense, in the next few months, I think, it'll be the first fully fibred city. My message for businesses, don't delay. Get going now. Create your own digital strategy. Work out where your business needs to be, what you need to do online marketing or to move to the cloud or whatever it may be, or maybe a whole host of different things, and get going now. The reason I say that so forcefully is if you don't get going now, someone else will get going and you will lose the market share. It's a very competitive world, as we know. Retail in particular, I really want to encourage retailers not to be afraid of the internet, to get some advice on how to get going, how to move their product sales online, as well as the traditional models, but do it now, because in a few months possibly the window will close and the next city will be the next fully fibred city in Australia.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sam, Austrin-Miner.